welcomed and hi. Boo.
Watcher, everyone. I hope you're doing well. These days, I hope I'm doing well. I think I am. Let me check the microphones. The microphone's in a good spot. I hope you're in a good spot. I hope you're doing well. Microphone's on as well. Watcher. Do people say watcher much anymore? I think it's pretty good. I think it's got a nice energy. It's gone cold again. It's wet and miserable. Yesterday, I was drying out a tent in the back garden. And it kept just starting to rain, me being like, okay, I'll bring the tent in. And while I was taking the tent down again, it stopped raining and became very sunny. That was pretty miserable. I have loaded up. It's very Beano coded. I think I've got what it takes to be a Beano character. Although I do think the softies were the victims of bullying, weren't they? Like, it hasn't really been redressed. The softies never did anything wrong. Are the softies still in it, the Beano? I don't see myself as a Dennis the Menace. I probably am one of the softies. Weren't they like pressing flowers and reading books and sitting still? That's actually, as much as I seem naughty online, that's close to me. Being very tent-pilled? I wouldn't say so. I'd say I'm actually aligned away from tents. I'm just sometimes forced into one by circumstances. They did redress that? Could you tell me more about this, please, Lambda? Wonder if there's an article on this. How did the Beano redress the treatment of the softies? It's probably not a good Google. I'm not very good at searching. Walter the Softie, Wikipedia. I think they were obsequent. Is that a word? Obsequent. Obsequent means a yielding, submissive, or obsequious. Can also refer to a geological feature flowing opposite to the expected direction. I've learned a new word. I can't believe oracles. No, you've taught me a new word. How dare you? By making it clear that Walter's is upper middle class and Dennis is working class, they brought fucking class conflict into it. Let me read the Wikipedia page of Walter the Softie. Walter Brown, pejoratively nicknamed Walter the Softie, is a fictional character that appears in the comic strip Dennis the Menace and Nasha, in the British comic magazine The Beano. Okay. Walter first appeared in The Beano in issue 577. 2 years after the comic strip's debut, he is a seemingly perfect child who is adored by his teachers for a hard-working and polite attitude. He enjoys picking flowers, ballet, dancing in a tutu, playing with tea sets and Wendy houses. It sounds like he's getting bashed around the head by a dog for being effeminate and queer-coded. Well, you spelt it wrong, but it is actually a word, and probably quite close to what you meant. Hello,
Performance.
Immoral. Knitting and cross-dressing with friends that act similar. I didn't even get to cross-dressing before I had to jump out of reading aloud to express my dissatisfaction. With friends that act similar, owning well-behaved pets throughout the years, including Fufu, Claudius, and Claudia. Walter had neat black hair and wore round-lensed glasses. He wears a red bow tie and his shirt collar, a blue jumper, and black shorts. His surname was not revealed until 1994. However, this changed in issue 3906 and the animated television series Dennis and Nasha Unleashed. Walter's personality and behavior. Do we know Walter the Softie, by the way? Do we know in Bloodbud? Hello, Martijn. Hoe gaat je? I only buy Beano on the rare occasions these days when I feel nostalgic. I have to say, sorry for. I was a badge-carrying member of the Beano fan club, but I haven't got one in a long time. But are we familiar with Walter the Softie? Martijn won't, so we'll cover it from base principles. In fact, rather than bring up a picture, I have let everyone into. I'm so excited to say, after so long of Miro having jacked up their prices, their headquarters are in the Netherlands, I think, Martijn. I think they're based in Amsterdam. There is now a free, ready, accessible, interactive, collaborative whiteboard available. I've let everyone into one already. They're all just drawing in here. And happily, they've given us a picture of Walter the Softie. So Walter the Softie is... Oh, what's controllers? Walter the Softie is a character from a children's comic called The Beano. The Beano is very old. And he's just a kind of gay-coded kid that the main character bullies. And I'm looking into how they've sort of fixed and retconned that over the years. In April 2018, Beano Studios issued a cease and desist letter to Jacob Rees-Mogg, a prominent British right-wing Conservative MP with upper-class mannerisms, saying that Rees-Mogg was imitating Walter. Yeah, okay. Okay, in 1996, the Dennis the Menace cartoon adaptation, they repurposed Walter into a snob who had a stuck-up attitude towards Dennis's group. Yeah, that's fair. Relationship with Dennis. Despite the tension and violence, Dennis has turned to Walter in desperation, such as when Nasha disappeared for 6 issues in 1986, finding Nipper's long-lost sisters when the puppy had been poisoned, helping Rasha win a pig race, and trying to save Dennis's favourite tree. They once found out the two are distant cousins, but it has only been mentioned once. Controversy. For an unspecified time, some former readers have assumed Walter was an unconfirmed but implied gay character for the Beano. The magazine's readership historically being young boys looking for masculine role models through characters that were superheroes, military personnel, and brave adventurers automatically made male characters like Walter an ideal antagonist for the rebellious, school-hating, football-loving Dennis. But his violence towards Walter when he was not paying attention to him led to concerns. It would encourage children into homophobic bullying. Yes, this is my concern. Dennis's aggression towards Walter softened and his antagonism increased. In his post-2012 version, wanting to rid Beano Town of all its fun, as well as his heterosexual relationship with Matilda. Beano spokesperson Mike Sterling later said in 2013, Walter's post-2012 version would hopefully be dramatically satisfying reason for readers if Dennis turned violent, because Walter Brown does not want to be a kid. He wants to be a grown-up and is always snitching on kids who are having fun. Yeah, fine. Or, yeah, I mean, fine. You could have... Okay, fine. Hello, Das Keto. Hello. Hello, Red Kyote, Lambda Girl, Red Tick Seed, Fluff Weasel, Martijn. Oracle, B&M, Burnzoid, Killian, Captain. I hope you're all doing well. Tell us the parameters for acceptable bullying. Bullying is never acceptable. What I will accept is political violence. We have
What was
Softy?
We've got
Not
me. Even if it's a
Billion. I mean, they're already doing political violence, aren't they? I thought that's their entire modus operandi. They use the violent apparatus of the state to do social murder.
So,
no, I don't endorse that, but that is happening. But a countervailing violence could be encouraged to stop it. In your mind, it was Cillian. It is. Oh, apparently it is. Your voice is going deep occasionally. Yes, sorry. The middle mouse button. I need to change this. The middle
mouse button, which is how I navigate this.
I've also linked to a script that I don't even know where it's located, presumably in OBS over here, which lowers my voice about like an octave. It's quite fun. It was long
as you can handle it,
because
I'm not gonna take it into
account. I like urchins. Love that you can't change your name once you're logged in. Yes, be aware
you will dox
yourself. Yes, it's linked to your Gmail. Yes, sorry everyone. Sorry, I've sent everyone to the doxing factory. I do think it links to your Gmail, so use an alt if you can. I think I've heard you. Yes, the reason the deep voice happened, I don't really like games or anything where I've got to read a lot of stuff out. And in order to salve my boredom at reading while playing a game that had a lot of text, is I put a deep voice on for the characters so I could easily distinguish between when I was talking and when I was reading text. And I used it for 2 to 3 additional streams of that game, and then I just forgot it's on. And that's how it's been ever since. The deep voice was good. It's not just deep as well, it's got reverb.
Hello. Do not open the door.
I think it sounds good, but I forget it's there. The thing is, I get no feedback that I've turned it on, you see, so there's no reminder for me. Maybe I should turn on some kind of a monitor so I can hear that my voice is gone, so it will help create the kind of feedback.
What we got here?
Oh, I love Vimto. Can I just say I've got a massive jar of Vimto right here. Even though I'm drinking a beer, when I finish the beer, the Vimto's here on Plan B. Can I just say, as someone who just sits at home a lot, drinking from a massive fuck-off jar, I'm weighing it up because I think I'm always supposed to be drinking more water than I'm drinking. And I thought by filling up a really big jar, I've constantly got a vessel to hand that I can use to hydrate myself. But I am also going to the toilet a lot more. Vimto before beer, you'll feel severe?
Hard fast. Change fat.
Hard fast work change. The Grain Weevil's lithium titanate. This isn't real. That's okay. That's pretty.
It's pretty good.
You with the
Dennis
the Menace jumper. Oh, no, hang on. Is this how we started talking about Dennis the Menace? This isn't a coincidence because this is how. Hang on. Why is there Dutch behind? Discriminating. Oh no, this isn't Dutch. This is Swedish. Yeah, this is Swedish. Onmarkt looks a little like Dutch for a second.
Never mind.
But it makes sense there's Swedish behind him. I found out today that Wes Streeting, his first thing he ever did in his political career, because you know he was he became president of the NUS. The first thing he did was to legislate the national units of student, the national units of students to stop protesting against tuition fee hikes He said, we're no longer going to campaign. Listen, we can do better than that, okay? We're better than that. We're not giving him a Hitler mustache. The national audience, forget it. The thing is, right, when I get my words jumbled, I don't even do spoonerisms. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what sounds are getting flongled around.
I hate West Street.
But we're going to have to be nice to him.
He's going to be the
king
king soon.
I like your
All over.
fun.
I'm
I'm not going to spend the whole evening looking at this. I might not look at it at all in a moment. I've been, do you remember Bumpy Blasters? Do you remember Bumpy Blasters? Remember Sean Morley's blasting bumpers? I've started making it again in Godot. I'm going to become a Godot expert soon. And I've just made this really simple version here, where I'm just this guy, and I can move around, and there's little AI that shoots at me. Well, I've been thinking about how to make it more interesting. But at the moment, like, you know, I can move around, I can rotate. I've put AIs in. I haven't made it turn-based currently. And I've put in this that I've put in a bullet reflector. Do you see that? It will reflect your bullets like by a right angle. And if you shoot on one end, it will bounce it back at you. So I'm trying to think about like terrain and obstacles. But I still don't know how to make it interesting, you know? What's a flick game? What's that? Look it up. Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm letting you see some collision detection there. Excuse me. What's a flick game? How have you found that? Genuinely, how have you found that? A flick game is a website where you can create and play games with your mouse or fingers. Okay. Game you can play with your mouse or fingers. Hang on, I'm just going to flickgame.org. Oh yeah, sorry, can I ask, what's the wart? What people were saying there's a wart image. But I couldn't work out which one the wart image is. On the what next images. Yeah, but where is the reward? Let's start at the very top. Currently, Sean Morley's anchoritic life is winning. Hi, Gnome Jerome. And then we scroll down. Which thing's a wart? Is the wart here? Okay, but where is the wart? Where's the wart? Does this nun have a wart? Where's the wart? There's no wart here. I don't see a wart here. And then we've gotten all the way to the bottom and there's no wart. Where's the wart? I don't see a wart. It's a huge wart. Okay, where though? Wart? Oh, that's got a wart, but you shouldn't be able to see that. That shouldn't show up for you. That one's done. You shouldn't be able to see that one. No, I'm not gaslighting anyone. It just shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be on the list. It's not an eligible. Well, why did it show up? Warts off the list. Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Anyway, I'm here to look at flickgame.org. Let me learn the principle of flick game first. Flick game. This seems to be the thing for making a flick game. Maybe I'll play. Maybe I'll play the toilet first. Okay, start. Is it? Am I in the game? Am I playing the game? Okay, here's the toilet. What? Hang on. This is what the slow voice is for.
What game is this, Dad?
And then that says Amiga. Leisure Suit. Am I playing?
Leisure Suit Lounge. Hang on.
Are we playing Karateka? This is TOS. How about a little drink? Flush toilet. Oh, it's overflowing. Can toilets do that? 3-year-old me. The end. Yeah, I think you should make one of these. I think it does make sense as a pun oracle. Don't be a prude. That was really good. It does seem
Very good.
How are you finding these?
Oh,
Don't put me near West Street. You took them? Oh, is this Regala?
God,
I missed
my wolf
shirt. You see, there were like so many wolves on that shirt. Grain
Weevil
stream.
And you just saw
The grain weevil stream. You asked me to.
I don't remember
This. Okay, people got their
Weevil
stuff
going.
Should we do some dulls or something?
You want to
Do some dulls? Just chill out. Do you know, because life can be so stressful. I don't know if you know this, but life can be so stressful these days. Want to do a When Taken? I like When Taken. I think When Taken's got the juice. Okay, let me just angle the browser so it's a bit more useful for you. Okay, what are our languages here? We've got languages. Hang on. French, English, Hebrew? No. Thai? I don't recognize this at all. What is this? Vietnamese. Of course, because they were a French colony. This makes sense. Tamil? I don't know if I've ever definitely seen Tamil. But yeah, I mean, I could be. But Tamil wasn't a French colony. I don't think that's true, Crispin. I think you really should put your head down at university. You'll pick up a lot. Vietnamese is written
in Latin letters.
Well, it's a
French colony of some kind. Cambodian.
Should we see if we can figure anything else out? Where do you
think we are?
Hang on. Let's read this in English. Security of regulation. You must answer accordingly to my questions. Don't turn them away. What's that? Hello, everyone. The security of regulations. What on earth? You think you've been there? What, to the country or to this sign? Hello, everyone. Hello, Raiders. How was Pete Picks today? Let me give a shout out to my friend and colleague, a good Pete. It's in Phnom Penh. Is that in Vietnam? Can you start at the country level and then give, if it's where... But what the fuck is this sign about? Look, you must answer accordingly to my questions. Don't turn them away. Don't try to hide facts by making protests this and that. You are strictly prohibited to contest me. Don't be fooled, for you are a chap who dare to thwart the revolution. You must immediately answer my questions without wasting time to reflect. Don't tell me either about your immoralities or the essence of the revolution. While getting lashes or electrification, you must not cry at all. Do nothing, sit still and wait for my orders. If there is no order, keep quiet. When I ask you to do something, you must do it right away without protesting. Don't make pretend about Kampuchea Chrome in order to hide your secret or traitor. If you don't follow all the above rules, you'll get so many lashes of electric wire. If you disobey any point of my regulations, you shall get either 10 lashes or 5 shocks of electric discharge. What is this? This is insane. Is this like, do we think Cambodia? Because Gnome did Skelly write this? It's a museum of a prison. This is crazy. So we think Cambodia, huh? Campuchia is what the Khmer Rouge called Cambodia. Yeah, man. Okay. What did Gnome say? Hello, Fizzy Kate. Congratulations on the new username.
A good Barney.
A good Barney. Who would you say the American Chaz and Dave are? Cheech and Chong, isn't it? Cambodia. Did you change your username the other day because Becca Bix was talking about full naming people and you realise you've had your full name and middle initial on Twitch for years? Okay, it's the capital of Cambodia. All right. It looks pretty modern, huh? These are normal things. Sandals are new. People have only been wearing sandals for the last 10 years. That's a bag. Probably a reusable water bottle. You've just started streaming. Well, congratulations. Can we all please follow Fizzy Kate, the newest streamer in town? Please join me in clicking on this link, which I'm clicking on right now. And I'm smashing that follow so hard that I have broken my mouse and have to end the stream. All right, so capital of Cambodia. Let me make a fool of myself and not know quite where Cambodia is. Let's go. Okay, Cambodia. It's gonna be like... yeah, okay. Oh, it's not that hard. Okay, good. There's not that many countries, really. When you're little, it seems like there's loads, but there's not that many. It's going to be a big prison somewhere central. You don't want to bust them too far. Yeah, if people aren't following, it really does seem pulling the fist back's really scary, isn't it? It really is quite alarming having the fist pulled back. I'm scaring myself. Looking at the monitor at myself, I'm getting scared. I need a sign like that. How many countries are there? There's only like 250 countries. I think there's more Pokemon than there are countries these days. And that's scary, you know, because they evolve. You ever been in a fight? Scuffle, maybe. When does it become a fight? Like, I've punched and been punched and kicked. But I've never been over someone punching their face as they're dying. Nor have I been punched to death. Is the UK one country or four? Can I just send this up the... Can I just like defer this into someone here? You've never been punched. Well, you know how you want to be scorned and ostracized? I could come bang you out. Me and some of these chatters can come lay you out flat, you know? Who would you like to punch you here? Shall we do a poll? Who should punch Killian? Everyone who wants to punch Killian, volunteer. Sean Defo couldn't bang Killian out. Do you think, Nikki, when you say that, is that due to a lack of raw strength, like physically incapable, or do you think it's a lack of like the will to do it? It's a lack of the actual follow through and the impetus. The instant remorse would kill him. Killian, if you knew me slightly better, if you knew me 10% better, you'd know that the preempting of the remorse would kill me before I made any physical contact. Hello, Gregor. We're doing a poll. We're going to do a poll on who should try and punch Killian. Let me just get up the polls. Okay, anyone who wants to punch Killian, put your hands up. Who should punch Killian? I'm going to volunteer. Put me in there. Anyone else? Anyone else going on the poll? It can't just be me. Come on. Killian wants to be punched. And I hate to say it, this is toxic. This genuinely is toxic. But I think you need to be punched once in your life. I do think you need to be punched once in your life. And once And once you accept that you have to be punched at least once in your life, it kind of becomes a favor you can do to a friend who's never been punched. This is a consensual punch, yes. This is a consensual punch, yeah. B&M Bandit, Captain Preston Frost. You should be punched. Okay, immoral. No, you should punch the young. The people you definitely shouldn't punch is the old, because you might go right through them. You might punch a hole right through. The young, they're like flubber. Like, they won't even feel it. Fluff's really lived. So you'd punch a baby? Like a little bit, yeah. Proportionately. I wouldn't give them a full 10 out of 10. Yeah, what are we doing next month? Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I remember. I could punch you as part of that meeting. Okay, is there any more for any more here? Any more to go in? Because at the moment, let me know if I've missed you out. We've got me, B&M Bandit, Captain Preston Frost, and Immoral. And once we've covered the poll, I'll go back to checking where the capital of Cambodia is. Crispin is in. Okay, and then I don't know why it's a poll. Like, I don't know what the logic of making it a poll is. All the likelies? What do you mean? Yeah, all the likelies. No, I agree. All right, that's who it is. And I guess just who should punch Killian? 1 in the chat for me, 2 for B&M Bandit, 3 for Captain Preston Frost, 4 for Immoral, 5 Crispin Fryer. I'm voting for Captain. I don't want to punch anyone. Let me out of this. Oracle, there's no shot you've never been punched. There's no shot you've never been punched. How on earth have you never been punched? Should we do the next poll for who should punch? Who should punch Oracle? Listen, I don't want to, we were talking about Walter the Softie earlier. Do you really want to live a life where no one's getting punched or punching anyone else? Like, you think it's a utopia, but it's really not. Once punching is off the table, you're so vulnerable to someone who decides to start punching, And if you're just... Do you know what I mean? In a world where no one punches or being punched and you can't even think about punching, one boxer's going to finish off the whole of society, One boxer would just lay everyone out flat. There needs to be a little bit of punching. I hope that's not toxic. I'm saying this with everyone's best interests at heart. I'm deeply, deeply concerned about everyone. Sean coming out in favour of nuclear weapons? You'd have to run me through the logic on that. How does me saying everyone should get punched once in their life make me pro-Trident? No. Independent nuclear deterrent. Is that what I'm saying? No, because unlike the nuke, you can drop a punch and it is genuinely fine. It's genuinely fine. People who've never been punched are too confident. Once you don't realise punching's on the cards, Let's say you get to 45 and you receive your first punch. The whole world's going to get recontextualised. You're going to get PTSD from it. If you get punched too late, you're going to get PTSD. But if you get punched when you say, I got punched when I was a teenager. I've been punched loads of times in school. I was a really annoying child. And I haven't really been punched much in my 20s. I haven't been punched at all in my 30s. I was punched maybe like once a year at the very minimum as a teenager. And now the idea of getting punched, I'm like, I know what that's like. I can factor. How is 45 too late? Way too late. You got to get punched when you're a teenager. People can die from a single punch. Yes, when they're 45. That's why they should get punched when they're younger. Well, apparently you've pulled it off, Oracle. All right, I'm punching. Anyone else want to find out who's punching them? Or should we go back to Cambodia? No, come on. 80's too late. There's obviously a cut-off for punching. 80's obviously too late. You have been punched. Who punched you, Oracle? And who's next? There an upper limit on the age to punch? Yeah. Well, listen. 80's obviously out. If you punch an 8-year-old, that's attempted murder. Punch a 70-year-old, kind of just as bad. 60, probably significantly less likely to die from a punch at 60 than 70. 50, still cruel. It's still cruel. But now you just punch. Now it's just punching. 40, who cares? You've punched a 40-year-old. Big whoop. Who hasn't? 30, this is just normal life now. I'm in my 30s, so 30 is just a normal age to be. You can punch and be punched. 20, it doesn't even matter. It's not even like unkind to punch. Teenagers, punching's like patting each other on the back. Children, they can't even punch. They can't even punch, really, so it doesn't even matter. What age was Ronnie Pickering? I think he was, in that video, I think he was 27. Can I punch you in return? We could punch each other at the same time so that we both connect at the same time. You know what I mean? I think that's how they do it in martial arts. Shun wouldn't punch Trump? No. No, I've got much bigger plans. All right, so...
That's
Cambodia. Excuse
me for the low voice.
What year do we think it is? Pretty recent. Pretty recent. It's a powerful cam. I'll say that. Not scared. 2017. 2017 Cambodia. It's going to be more recent, though. It's always more recent. So let's do 2023. I've noticed on this site, what if you're One Punch Man? Yeah, I wasn't accounting for someone in chat being One Punch Man. It's never like 2017 for some reason. It's always really recent. It's 2015. Fuck me. I had 2017 written in there, but I had this stupid conspiracy theory that it never was around that time. Still got 100 out of 100 for knowing it was the capital of Cambodia, which obviously I didn't know. I was just told. Here we go. Here we go. Possibly we're in America. Tegla building. Confederation Life. That's my guess at what that says. We've also got the word drugs, which is great to see. We've got McDermid, and then it says 5078. So this was taken in the year 5078. Horses. So what are we talking? Like 1920s, 1930s, America? Problem is, America's a really big place. 1910s? I don't know, actually. The explosion of automobiles wasn't so big at the 1910s. I'm thinking more 20s. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my car timeline's off. Maybe we'll say it's 1917. And it's America. America wasn't really involved in the First World War, was it? Was it? It was called a World War. It must have been a bit involved. Drugs. 1920s? 1910s? I'll do 1917. They sent stuff, like bullets. Maybe we go 1920 on the nose? Okay, I'll go 1920. I'm honestly, given that we broadly agree on the rough era, is there anything that could determine the city? They've got these trolleys. So the only city in America I know definitely has these streetcars is San Francisco. Though I assume a lot more than that have that. Could be Toronto. Yeah, I wouldn't know. America wasn't in colour from the start. No way. Trolleys were widespread before the 50s. Yeah, I didn't say it was a good guess. Just all I have to work on. Toronto has streetcars. Yeah. It looks wet. Hang on. It could be. Is that snow? Is that like slush? That's like the slush after snowing. It could be horse shit, I suppose. This seems East Coast. This looks like slush. It could be Toronto. It's come. Maybe it is Toronto then. It could be Chicago. New York City had trolleys. I just don't think it's New York. I just don't think it's New York. Remembers wise horse shit. I don't think it's Toronto. Okay, I'll go Chicago then. Look, as well, Chicago had a lot of Irish immigration, and this guy's called McDermott, which could be a surname from anywhere, actually, really. But it's not Manhattan. Could be Boston. Hang on, I'm confused. Is it Boston in Chicago? Let's go Boston. Oh, no, Chicago's the city. So what's the state? Is the state Boston? No, Chicago, Illinois. So what's Boston then? Is that a city? Oh my God, I just don't know my American geography at all. What's Boston? Are you okay? What's Boston? Yeah, what is Boston? How do you watch these streams and get alarmed when I say things? We're going Chicago. It's got a nice big grid. On the YouTube chat, Haggard Blaggard says Atlantic City. On what basis, Haggard Blaggard? And I'm also going to go 1912. I think it might be too late for me to listen to you, Haggard. It's one of the largest cities in the US. Okay. Oh, it was Edmonton, Canada. Oh, listen. I'm not going to make a big deal of it, but I called a lot of attention to the snow. These guys are walking through snow like it's normal. How would you get Edmonton? Well, you just have to pick some of the Canadian cities. Although you'd pick what are the two big ones in Canada? It's Toronto and it's what's the one on the west coast? Begins with a V. Vancouver. Yeah, there we go. And Montreal as well. Yeah, I forgot about Montreal. All right, not my best. Let's go. We're in Europe. We're in Europe. We've got this. I can't make that out at all. Can't make that out at all. I'm getting Germany vibes though. Getting big old Germany vibes here. Vienna? Could be. Could be. Oh, Antung. It could be. I'm also getting Germany vibes. What does this say? What? Let's just assume we're in a German-speaking country. Salzburg? Salzburg's not a bad shout. Salzburg's not a bad shout. Should we put ourselves in 1935 Salzburg? When was their colour photography? These guys look old. Like, where do we think this exists in relation to the war? This guy makes me think pre-war, but then this woman makes me think post-war. You know what I mean? Different times and fashions are always falling over each other in a jumble. This is pre-war? I do. There is a bit of a Hitlerish child, yeah. The interwar period? I don't know. Pre-World War II? Should we go Salzburg? What do we think? Yeah, not pre-World War I. Look at the cut of some of these clothes. Let's go 1930s. Let's go 1930s. Salzburg? Innsbruck? Nah, Salzburg. Salzburg, this looks like it's going to be a hilly place. The women have 1940s hair? Hair fashions didn't change that quickly. Did they really have different hair one decade to another, Haggard Blaggard? Innsbruck is hilly? I gotta trust my instincts. Not trusting my instincts has let me down too many times. Most of Germany is hilly. I thought the north isn't that hilly. Thought just the south's hilly. I'm going 1935 Salzburg. I don't think it's going to be spot on, but I don't think it's a bad guess. History won't back on me as a dunce. It'll look back on me as someone who was wrong, but not because I'm a dunce. All right, Salzburg. 1935. How wrong could I be? Yeah, Salzburg's in Austria. Yeah. In Austria, they speak German. Wetzlar. 1942. Well, I should have listened more on the year. I've never heard of Wetzlar. It's just north of Frankfurt. Between Frankfurt and Cologne, a bit. All right. Yeah. It wasn't that near at all, really. Ah, well. Australia's hilly because... I said Australia, didn't I? Well, what can I do? Okay. Well, this is daft to go too much on this, but that word looks a little bit like... Oh, no, it says sincere. I saw that as a G and I started thinking Singapore. But now I don't think that at all. In which case, I'm thinking Hong Kong. Oh, hang on. Is this all bamboo or something here? What's this structure here? When I was looking for places to visit in the Netherlands, Martijn, I found the Netherlands' steepest waterfall. It's just a gentle incline in like a stream. Could be Singapore still. Well, it could, yeah. Do these uniforms look like anything in particular? Or crucially, do they look British? They seem very happy. Yes, they do actually, yeah. So which military was the happiest? I don't know why. I just feel like I want to say Hong Kong. I can't explain it. This character means big. This character means middle or central. Didn't the Hong Kong police force have those hats for a time? That covers it then. All right, 1910 Hong Kong. What do we think? And limit your outbursts to if you believe that's definitely dead wrong. Okay, Martijn, 1930s. All right. Yeah, all right. All right. Sure thing. Sure thing. Based on the car. They look like Gurkhas in colonial uniform. Well, what would that tell us, Haggard? Just to let everyone in Twitch chat know, Haggard Blaggard is pointing out some good stuff in a separate chat room. And I'm inclined to listen, to be honest. Nepal. I don't know enough about Nepal. Does Nepal have the same script? Isn't Nepalese just a whole different language? Haggard Blaggard saying the cars look later. Let's look at these cars. The cars do look later. So we're thinking 1940s cars? Languages? Crispin, I don't want you to seem like I'm telling you off, but why are you saying that languages were invented in 2017? I might even join in on the joke if I understand more. Well, I don't think Nepal has the Chinese character. And it's not like we've got a mix of scripts here. It's literally only English, but mostly Chinese characters. Hanzi. Because it's true? Yeah, all right. Everyone needs a little bit to do. I won't deprive you of yours by asking pointed questions. All right, I'm doing 1940s Hong Kong. If anyone can stop me, try now. Nah, these cars though, the car designs. I'm thinking 1940. The 1940 Hong Kong. And it's right here by the Broadway Cinematique. They were right here on this crossroads by Jolly Garden, what I think. 1940. Mark my words. Where were they? Shanghai. All right. Well, hi, Bread Santa. Thanks for jumping to the chat. It could be British colonial troopers in Singapore before the Japanese took over. I mean, yeah, could have been. Here's the historical context provided by what I'm certain is an AI. Shanghai in 1925 was a city divided against itself, a Chinese metropolis governed in large part by foreign powers through the international settlement and French concession, quasi-colonial jurisdictions with their own courts, police and armies. The caption places us at the intersection of Nanjing Road and Zhejiang Road, right at the heart of the settlement's commercial district. Fine. Hello. When I was playing this every Monday, I got quite good at spotting different regions in Africa. Although this isn't necessarily even Africa. Usually the fashions and the architecture are your big things to give it away, but if you don't know them, you're going to struggle. What have we got over here? Confidence in Jesus, France and America. Girl pickle. That might not be what that says. What does this say? Shalom, chemical shop. And I can't make out anything smaller than that. You're in Guinea. Oh, what? Papua New Guinea? Hang on. Guinea, the region, is that Papua New Guinea or is that something else? Please tell me the basics. This is PNG, but is Guinea something else? African Guinea. Oh, so there's a New Guinea. Where is Guinea? Sorry if I'm being a fool here. Where is? So like Liberia. Liberia is Guinea. Okay. And how did you get to that? How do you know we're in Guinea? That's not me being skeptical. Just want to gain skills. West, I think, the bulgy bit. But how do you know? Is it the architecture? Is it the clothing? Although I don't really feel like there's a ubiquitous fashion here, and there's a lot of just Western clothes. That's a Guinea sheep. Yeah, some people are vibrating at a frequency I'll never hope to achieve. What do we think for time? I think we're talking 90s. 1993. Some of that's on the grain of the photograph. Some of that's on the clothes. Some of that's on the sheep. That's a 90s sheep. All right. The bulgy bit on the west of Guinea, 1993. So I'll just go straight to the capital, Conakry. Maybe push us a bit further in, where the sheep live. 1994, I feel like. All right, I'll do you a solid, Captain. We'll give you 1994. Sorry that I pipped you to Pudge Killian. It was Ghana, I'm afraid, but it was West Africa, so you get that. And I was 6 years off on the... But Captain was more correct than me on the date. It was the year 2000. I didn't do very well. I have to say, I didn't do very well. Should we check on the whiteboard? People have abandoned it for the...
This is a big
smiley face.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh no, people are ongoing. Banana, cow moose. Cat. Dead. Noughts and Crosses is such a shit game after you've played it more than 3 times as a child. It's a solved game, to be fair. Can I find out who put stuff in? Wouldn't that be funny if I can find out who wrote things? It's for the best that I can't. What about like a timeline lag or something? Preferences, language. I love that we've got whiteboards back. I love whiteboards. Yeah, but some 801 isn't that bad, but some pages. Page 2. We've just got page 2. We've got a whole page 2. This is so good. I'm so glad we've got these 3 whiteboards. That's so good. Okay, someone did something. Wait, nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, governor. All right, do you want to do zoom out? This one's dead simple if you've not seen it before. This is a zoomed in image from a video game. Our job is to work out what game it's from. That'll do. I thought Wind Waker, but I just don't think it is. Cloud Shagger. I'd be tempted to put that in and see. Legend of Zelda, the Shagger of the Clouds. I mean, look at this kind of, it's not pillow shading, but there's a kind of shade that look, I don't know. I just think they want me to put Wind Waker in, you know? Gator Game. I don't even know what that is. Gator Game. Sorry, it's not in their database. Might not be part of reality. No, A Short Walk has that forced low poly crunch to it. I'm sure it's not, but my first thought was DOTT. Defense of the Tower. Simpson game. What, Simpsons Hit and Run? No, shapes have outlines in The Simpsons, doesn't it? Simpsons has outlined shapes, whereas these, it's just shadow. And maybe I should put Wind Waker in. Maybe Wind Waker's worth a shot, huh? Yeah, hi Dave. Okay, it's definitively not Wind Waker. And look how interesting the clouds look now that we've got a little bit more. So this tree and the strange half-toning on the background bushes. Tom B? You mean Tom Ba? Tom B apparently isn't anything. Comes up with the adventures of Batman and Robin. Paper Mario? I don't think so. Tomba. Okay. I never played Tomba. It's like a caveman game for the PlayStation 1, right? They've only got Tomba 2. Maybe it is Paper Mario. Maybe it is Paper Mario. Okay, it is a Paper Mario. Maybe it's Thousand Year Door then. Who said Paper Mario? Great work. Dave did. Congratulations, Dave. You're a grade A spotter. Oh man. Okay, so we've got outlines. I think outlines are a good thing for helping recognize an art style. How can you recognize an obscure game from years ago because you don't know what a Boston is? Well, my answer would be that I've played an obscure game from years ago and I've never gone to Boston and I've had no reason to think about Boston. I have a vague awareness of the riots, perhaps. Is also Boston Harbor where the original American Tea Party stuff was? Oh, or autism is autism is a much cleaner answer. I don't know who this is or what this is. Do we think this is part of a character design, or do we think this is just a spike to avoid in a platformer? It could be like Klonoa or something. Phoenix Wright game. It's the Phoenix Wright they did for the DS or something. Because Phoenix Wright didn't have hair like that, but they made a game where you were like his protege and they had a sticky uppy hair thing. I think it's like Justice for All, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Yes, really good. That's so good, just based on the hair. That's so good. I wouldn't have thought of it though. I was thinking like a platformer game, and it was a spike that you should be careful around. The hole-in-ones feel so good. No dull gives me the feeling like the hole-in-one does. Totally wrong style to bin Klonoa. But I was also thinking of another one. What's that one about that sort of genie girl? You know the one I mean? It's another platformer. I can't remember her name. I haven't really engaged with the series. But she's dressed in that kind of like I Dream of Genie Middle Eastern dress as understood by American sensibilities. Shantae, yeah, there we go. I'm thinking of Shantae. That has sort of that art style. This is the Super Smash Brothers stage of a Donkey Kong stage. This is a Donkey Kong stage on Super Smash Brothers. Melee, yeah. It's Melee. Yes. Can we put autism in the chat, please? This is Donkey Kong as represented in another game. Noita, right? Noita? Do we think Noita? No, don't say Bostism. Look at we're on a streak, everyone. We're on a streak. This is what I turn my computer on for. This feeling right here. Hey, we can't let this defeat us. We can't let this defeat us. I think you could word that a little better, Crispin. The thing that's interesting here is we've got this, what do you call it? Do you know when the RGBs come a little bit loose from one another, it creates this kind of VHS effect? I can't remember what it's called. I bet Martine knows. Skies of Arcadia? This looks like machinery, though. This looks like robot, a machine, a construction. Giving No Man's Sky. That's interesting. Composite, yeah. Chromatic aberration. Thank you, Lambda. Bit of Panic Attack in Life. We had Life is Strange relatively recently, so I don't think they'd put it in again. Mirror's Edge did, but they really liked their sharp, contrasting colors. I'd be surprised to see all these like blues and I don't know. I'm tempted to go with No Man's Sky. I haven't actually played it. I've seen screenshots. It's looking a little bit too block color cartoony-ish for that to me, but at the same time, we have to remember this is really zoomed in, so you'd lose a lot of detail. Also, Gregor wouldn't pitch in an idea unless they had an above 70% confidence threshold. I understand how their brain works. There aren't any men in that sky. They could be behind the red thing. No Man's Sky. Come on. Keep us on the streak. The Long Dark. The Long Dark I'm going with. Oh, unless that's a train. It's not the Long Dark either. Where the hell are we? Viewfinder. Oh, jeez. I've never even played Viewfinder. Okay, that was hard. That was tough. Still think it was impressive to get Viewfinder. A game I've literally never played. I haven't got a clue on this one. This feels like it should be giving you a big... This should be easy. I think there's a bit of autism in Viewfinder. Just not enough. You can't get a plus level 3 sword. My favourite thing to do in a game is to open up a menu and say, do I want my broadsword to have lightning damage? That kind of thing, that's like a big cup of Horlicks to me. And I say that as someone who loves a big cup of Horlicks. I will say, Captain, I haven't played a lot of the games I get right. I just like going on Moby Games and looking at screenshots of every game ever made. This guy in the balloon's actually tiny. Yeah? Are you a perspective denier, Martine? Everything's as small as it appears. Warning, things in the rearview mirror are exactly the size they appear to be. Why would you not just have a hot chocolate instead of a Horlicks? Because, Big Popo, they're different things and they taste differently. They create... What's a Horlicks? Shaz, are you okay? What is a Horlicks? I haven't got a clue. Is Horlicks multi? Hell yeah, it is. Can I get a hell yeah? You don't know what it is? Yeah, it's a malt drink. It's great getting a hell yeah for Horlicks. Did I tell everyone about Choco Nibbles? Can I just really give a shout out? I'd love to be an influencer for Choco Nibbles. Oh, they're called Choc Nibbles. Okay, I'm not a good influencer. I discovered these yesterday. You can get them at corner shops. They don't sell them in proper shops. Well, they do, but they sell them in, like, you know, Iceland and B&M. Morrison's is probably the most conventional supermarket they're in. Oh, and Aldi as well. And Iceland is sort of a supermarket, everything's frozen. Home Bargains, Heron Foods, stuff like that. Do you have non-dairy ones? No, I don't think they have anything like that because they're not made. They haven't produced the biscuit or the chocolate. They're made from rescued chocolate. Look, Kathleen M likes them. Those are loads of normal shops. You know what I mean, though? There's tiers, and I'm not saying tiers of quality, just tiers of like how they fit into the standard institution of the competing main supermarket brands. I don't like Morrison's, but I love Heron Foods and I love Aldi. This isn't a mark of quality. I'm just saying that they live on the fringes. Loved by Nibblers. Does it really say that? Loved by Nibblers. They're loved by Nibblers since the 90s. These have been around since the 90s. FAQ. Hang on, let's just start at the basics, right? What are these? Do you remember broken biscuit boxes? Martine, did you have any broken biscuit boxes? Well, I've not seen broken biscuit boxes in yonks, but Choc Nibblers are like broken biscuit boxes, but what they do is they get the broken biscuits and they also get bits of discarded chocolate and they just squash them together into these horrible animal pellets. Okay, what do you mean by broken biscuit boxes? I'm so glad you asked, Martine. They don't do these anymore in the UK, but essentially, when the factories were making biscuits, some of them would like get broken or, you know, they went in the mold and they'd break and they couldn't sell those ones. So they just chuck these in an extra box. And some supermarkets would just sell you the boxes of all the biscuits that broke, but they're like a quarter of the price. But in return, all the biscuits are broken. Great, who cares? You could just buy a big old box of broken biscuits. And these were the best. But they don't do that anymore because that means giving people food for cheap. But this comes close because they're made with rescued biscuits and rescued chocolate. So it's chocolate and biscuits that are being thrown out of the factories, presumably because they cracked in the mold. And then what they're doing is they're just squidging them together like this. And it's just a bit of chocolate and it's a bit of biscuit. I don't know what kind of chocolate. I don't know what kind of biscuit, but they've just squidged them together and they just sell it to you. Yes, crumbs at the stroopwafel stands. And what's the there's something else, because we would go to the stroopwafel stand in Amstelveen Vrijdagmarkt, and they would sell, I think they'd just sell broken stroopwafels. I had a whole broken biscuit box to myself once, and I swear I became gluten intolerant right after. These aren't so bad because they're just like a little few nibbles. I mean, this seems a bit decadent, but you can just buy a little bag for £1, so it's cheaper than normal chocolate. And it tastes like fridge cake. I don't know if you've ever had fridge cake, but it's like fridge cake, and it's cheaper, and it's nice. I really want to give a big shout out to Choc Nibbles. Oh, okay, so you still can get some broken biscuits. Let's apparently you can get them from right here. Broken biscuit assortment. £4.50. How much is delivery? I might just order this. Calculate. I want to find out the delivery cost. No, don't. I'm not signing in until you tell me the delivery cost. How much is the delivery? Excuse me. Excuse me while I put my postcode in. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh. The delivery is the cost of the thing. It doubles the price. Nah. Delivery is the cost of the thing. That's a lot of biscuits though, isn't it? But they'd go off. That's too many. That's for when you've got people around, I think. Anyway, let's read the FAQs. Nibblers, have you got a question? You can find out. Oh, can I just tell you something about the Beano, actually? We were talking about the Beano earlier. I know at least 2 people that have worked for the Beano for their online content creation department. And they said you wouldn't believe the database of fart sounds that you can get on. They've got mucky sounds in the highest possible. They've got this Foley phobia, Foley folder of fart sounds, burps, squelches, gulps, splats, gloops. The Beano is audio now. The Beano makes YouTube videos. I'm not going to tell you who works at the Beano, but a decent little chunk of UK comedy have at times done technical work for the Beano. Because everyone who's done comedy has had to learn how to shoot video and edit audio and do all these things so they can make stuff for Instagram. So they just work at the Beano for a bit. Has the Beano got a podcast? I don't think so. But yeah, the Beano did pivot to video. Yeah, we all went that way. Thank you, Meta Corporation. Why do Choc Nibbles are Choc Nibbles suitable for vegetarians? Yes. So that's a confirmation vegans can't have it, because otherwise they would have said vegan. Why do they taste different with each batch? Choc Nibbles are made from different chocolate and biscuits each time, which means no 2 batches taste exactly alike. Hell yeah. That's part of the perfectly imperfect charm. Why is your ingredient list so long? It's because we're getting random ingredients. Allergens, are your bags recyclable? Do you ship internationally? I want to change my order stock list. This is all kind of boring. But they do have different stuff. They've got the original Choc Nibbles, and they've got toffee crumble. They've got Jaffa cakes, which literally just is taken from the Jaffa cake factory. They should give me money. They should give me money to promote this. I want to be sponsored by Choc Nibbles. Can you do that? Can you just ask, please sponsor me? Like, do you think I can do that? Some people must be doing that. People have sponsors, don't they? Like, it must come from somewhere. No, I know I could try. I'm saying, could I succeed? I got an email today. Me and Ben Alborough applied for a grant. We applied for £5,000 worth of funding from the British Mycological Society, and they told us today they're not going to give it to us. We wanted to put on a mushroom-themed comedy show for World Fungus Day. They told us today we're not allowed. You don't ask, you don't get. I don't know what to ask for. I guess £1,000. And I'll big you up at the beginning of every stream. Am I underselling myself? £1,000? I think that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, Popper. It might sound. Hi, Phil. Phil, do you want a recap of everything we've talked about, and then to be told what we're talking about right now? Because I'm not to spoil it, but it's not actually live gurgling championships. That was just to get the clicks. Okay, so we started off. Killian wants to be ostracized, so we did a poll on who's going to punch them. I won the poll. I'm going to punch them next month. We had a sort of discussion about whether or not punching is good, and I said it's probably worth everyone's while having been punched once. Not that it's character forming, more that you don't live in the fear of being punched. You know exactly how bad it is to be punched. People accuse me of therefore backing Trident because I believed in some form of deterrent. I don't think the logic on that quite works up. I don't think that was particularly fair to me. Then we did When Taken. Didn't do very well. It was really hard. But we did a really good one getting the capital of Cambodia. Oh, I've found this. Not this. I did find Martine sent me this toilet game. But also we've got free interactive whiteboards again. There's a website called TL Draw. Sorry, my
voice is going deep.
But there's this website called TL Draw, and it just lets you have free interactive whiteboards. Completely free. Just need a Gmail account, I think. It's great. Very happy to have it. We were just doing Zoom Out, and we were stuck on this one. No, I've done puberty ages ago. We're stuck on this one. We did some really good ones. We got that one right. We got that one in one. That one in one, and that one in one, that one in four. So we are stuck on this. If you can, excuse me, if you can determine what that is, that would be great. But while stuck on the hot air balloon, I was talking about choc nibbles, and that kind of gets us up to speed from where we are. Do you know about choc nibbles, Phil? Do you remember broken biscuit boxes? Choc nibbles is like that, but it's reclaimed chocolate and reclaimed biscuit. And they put them into these little... They look like the things you give to goats at the petting zoo. I think that's the worst thing you can say about them. Well, they're really cheap. And they sell them in bulk. And I think they're dead good. I think they're the #1 confection. Sorry for heteronormativity when talking about fucking a tram. When did I say that? It's not going to be Root Zero. And then I was saying, Phil, which is what I was talking about when you came in, which is I was saying, I love this product. And I think I'm a great spokesperson for the product. And is it worth me asking them to sponsor me? Is there any shot that they'll sponsor me? Can I ask for thousands of pounds? And I was just kind of strategizing around that. But I think I should percolate on it. I don't think I should do it. What I should do is build up to it. Worth a shot. Everything's worth a shot. Never hurts to shoot your shot. I just got a rejection email from the British Mycological Society today saying they won't fund a touring mushroom-themed comedy show for World Fungus Day. So my confidence has been knocked. Mono, you'd love them. You'd love them. And they're in different flavours. Also, look, this is because it's kind of a thing you get at corner shops, which I love that. It's like a flapjack. For some reason, they're mostly in corner shops. And things that are in corner shops taste nicer. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. No one will ever know. I will attend a mushroom comedy show. We were going to have a great one. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but we were going to use puppetry and Raspberry Pis to animate this big mushroom that was going to try and ensnare everyone in its mycelial network. And we were going to use this thing it was going to be a real-life puppeted mushroom, or should I say the fruiting body of a mycelium. And then LEDs powered by, connected to a Raspberry Pi, would connect the emotions of the mushroom to everyone, and everyone have the LEDs wrapped around them. I think there's a few good reasons why they didn't fund it, but I think it would have been good. Being called Boss Man makes anything taste better. That's so good. Yes, there is, Martine. There is a group in the UK that are more high-tech than me. They're called Foxdog Studios. This is the most high-tech comedy show in the country. They do robotics comedy, and they let you control robots on your phone that then you can control actual physical things remotely. They did a show called Robot Chef, and they let everyone play mini games that would then, over the course of a show, cook an entire fried breakfast. Foxdog are great, and as I become more high tech, I'll never catch up with them. But it's nice to. I like to think that maybe, I could shoot for the kings. Yeah, it's not the most high tech, but their alley dinner was good. Yeah, it is something that scares me, Lambda. I'm having to make offline versions of all my shows. I'm terrified of putting myself in the position of being the only comedian in the country that has to issue refunds if Amazon Web Services go down. Okay, who's in this hot effing air balloon? I don't have a clue what this is. It doesn't remind me of anything. Let's just pick an old game. What game could possibly have had this in it? What game could possibly have had this in it? In what game does a child... That looks like a child. I'm sorry to any children in the room. That looks like a child going in a hot air balloon. I don't know what this is. Like, what's even like a plausible guess? Broken Age, I'm sure. What's that? What's this? I don't know if anything here is helping. I don't know what I'm looking at. That's a fully adult woman. Why would you say woman? Fuel pump, some sort of adventure game, coins. Racing game. Yes, of course it's a racing game. Of course it is. That's just the kind of shit you put in the top right-hand corner of a racing game stage. The hair reads feminine. I think it's a boy. Because men aren't the default. I know men aren't the default, thank you very much. Every single race, it really is a trope. Some sort of kart game. I'm putting Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing 1999. It's got to be racing, though. What are these A points? Captain America. This A is a clue. This A is our ticket to victory. A. What is a racing game? All-Star Racing? What, Sonic All-Stars? All-Star? Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing? What the fuck? There's a partially transparent guy. What are the train things? You have to go. You pull it down. It goes up on the other end, and then you keep pulling it either way. It's like a Connect game. Yeah. Yeah. This is some Connect game. Kinect Adventures. It's Kinect Adventures. That's horrible. That's so funny. All right, last one now. Fuck the Kinect. Yeah, why not? I don't have a clue. I'm gonna go Star Fox 64, given that's in the news lately. Oh, Wipeout, right? Wipeout? Is this Wipeout? Oh, yeah, Mono's put Wipeout. Wipeout XL. Let's effing go, huh? Let's effing go. All right, should we play a game? All these games have got me thirsty for games. Save data is corrupted. No bother. I didn't want to have save data anyway. Please be the correct size. Fit to screen. That's not the size of my screen, buddy. This is literally not the size of my screen. Okay, transform, reset the transform, and then I'll just grow you. I'll just grow you. Press the PS button and select quick game. I don't know how to do that. Buddy, you wouldn't believe it, but I don't really have that button. All right, let's just stop that. Stop playing, and now start playing again. Wipeout was a DOS game. Okay, look, I don't want the save data. I don't care about the save data. Just get rid of it. Please delete save data. How on earth would I? Manage game. Custom images. Open disk game folder. How would I delete the corrupted? All I did with this game, may I just say, is I loaded it, got to the title screen, clicked start game, and then immediately turned it off, which must have corrupted the save data. Here we go. Manage save data. Yeah, delete. Just delete that. Yeah, don't want it, don't need it. How about I delete the save data? It's so good that I've got so many smart people in the chat, so it'd be really struggling if I was on my own. I'm so glad to be surrounded with brainiacs. I may have done that, Lambda. That may have been exactly what I did. Okay, is anyone here a fan of Pokemon Snap? This is the real Pokemon Snap. I heard the lion go and I was like, yeah, I'm in. Do you know Africa? I love anything about taking photos. Geo Africa, learn about African and its animals. Yeah, all right. Do you know it? I honestly, I didn't have a PS3. None of these mean anything to me. I'm just interested. Okay, all we get to know about is the plain zebra. Africa viewer. View the habitats of Africa. Oh, hell yeah. Do you know, I used to hate the PS3. I used to just hate this era of graphics. It felt very intermediary to me. Although it was never fair, because I think the GameCube looks really good, so I'm not very consistent on my views. Let's just go, man. Let's just get in. Hell yeah, man. Okay. We've got Eric, the French male, or we've got Anna, the American female. Any preferences? This is too loud, huh? We bring it down a little bit. It's a little bit family-friendly adventure film. I'm gonna turn it down on my own headphones as well. Anna or Eric? Want to be a French lady? I was hoping to be a French lady. Oh yeah, you could build an entire game around taking cover. You could pretend that Time Crisis 2 didn't even exist. I like Anna female, age 24. Then let's do it. Oh, and her name could be anything. What do we want Anna to be called? Yeah, Anna, sure. How many N's in there? 4? 4, I think. Let's go. So, does anyone else other than Phil know about Anyanga Conservation Area, East Africa? This is just Pokemon Snap. This is just take photos. Oh, baobabs. Can I just say I fucking love a baobab? one of the top trees. When I was camping, I said to one of the camp people, "Where's the water tap?" And they said, "It's just over there by the oak tree." And I just walked off and couldn't find it because I couldn't admit to a grown adult that I didn't know what an oak tree looked like. When I did find it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that is an oak tree." I was just so embarrassed not to know my trees. I'd never thought about it before. Prepare for a very white take on Africa? Okay. They've got the apostrophes fucked up for a start. They're trying to do these, but they're using these, I think. Oak trees are big? You don't need to tell me, buddy. I'm an expert now. Looking forward to working with you, Anna. The Jambo Navi interface is all set up on the laptop. If we're talking about white versions of Africa, I should say this game was released as Hakuna Matata in the Japan, I think. There may be messages from the head office, so you should check your email now. Just select the laptop PC to use it. Okay. Check email, transfer photos from your account. Yeah. It's stuff. Oh, yes. Interface. Love it. I love it. These are menus. Yeah, Hakuna Matata is a real phrase in Swahili, but you don't hear about the others very often. Also, where is Swahili spoken? Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm not pig ignorant on African demography, geography, culture, politics. Kenya? Chicago, yeah. What is Boston? You are the first to research Manyanga, so we need you. What? Even the people who live here haven't written anything down? So we need you to start by documenting the animals that live there. Anytime you see a new animal, take a picture of it and send it by replying to this email. Okay, I'd love to. Let me add them. A job request already came in. Yeah, start by taking a picture of each type of animal that you see. Anna, this is for you. It's a Tsetsa type F. Binoculars. Guppus map. My camera case is over there. My tools are over here. Eric is over here. Can you go with the guide, James? You should be waiting to just have a safe trip. Okay, let me at the animals. Let me go. Today, it's in your hands. Be safe out there. Okay. Let me go. Let me go outside. Exit. Hello, Harry Hardy. How are you doing? Doom a step. I love a step, me. Jambo. Welcome to the Manyanga Conservation Area. I'll drive the car, Anna. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable in the back seat. This is gaming. Now you can go on safari from the comfort of your own living room. Hippo pool. This is the hippo pool. Nobody's home right now, but hippos often bathe here. Wahoo! I've got the best taste in games, I think. Can you kill a hippo? You mean me? Oh, I'm not in control of the car. One of the most exciting things about the gameplay right now is all I can do is move the camera. And there aren't even any animals nearby. I guess there are these gazelles. No, it's only poaching if you do it on purpose. It's only poaching if you want to do it. Oh, is that an anthill? A termite nest or something? Not many animals here. Let's try a Wali Oasis. Where there's water, there's life, right? Okay. Well, I mean, I can see quite a few animals. I want to go take a picture of it. I don't have any control over anything barring the camera. This is the in-game music, yeah. Also, do you like that I've got Sony written on the back of my gilet? You can just see it behind my ponytail. Sony. If someone had told me this game's from 2024, I'd say first time dev on Steam or something. That's a Wily Oasis. Just like I said, plenty of animals here. Too far to see? Try the binoculars. My camera strap. Oh, yes. Orange camera strap with an orange gilet. Press the R1 button to use the binoculars. Hell yeah. I'm playing a video game and no one can stop me. Oh, aren't that plain zebras? You must... That can't be what you said. It could get a little bit bumpy, so hang on. All my tops have Sunny embroidered into the back of them. Yep, we're going to ram. We're going to ram them. They should let me drive the car. It's mad to have a game with a car in it, but you're not allowed to drive it. Oh, I can binoculars them, though. Look at that. Thompson's gazelles. Oh, they're Maasai giraffes over there. Yeah, are we going to photograph them at any point, or are you just going to keep moving a jeep near them to scare them off? By the way, Anna, do you know how to use the camera? No, you've hired me to come all the way from fucking America. I don't know how to snap a camera. Press the square button to point the camera and hide the circle button R1 to shoot. Okay. Why don't you try it out now? Point the camera and then snap a picture. Okay. Okay. Ooh. This seems... Oh. No, I want this zebra. Kapow. Oh. Sorry. Kapow. Okay. It's Pokemon Snap. It's Pokemon Snap. Look at this. I need a better zoom. It's doing stuff. I love this. This genuinely rules. Just completely. What do you mean the rule of third? You don't Oh yeah. Wow, that Pokemon's doing something very interesting. Yes. Head-on collision. I want to throw an apple to it. Let me play the poker flute. This rules. Okay, I'm done. Excuse me, I'm done. I want a bigger zoom. Oh, they're going to let me get different lenses and different zooms and stuff. So, Phil, did you play this? Is it good? Can you tell me if it's good? It seems fun. I think I'd have loved this as a kid. Just based on how much I like Pokemon Snap. We're playing Africa. Hi, Albert. Albert, you know everything. In a moment, the zebra looks at me. Look at this. No, look, the zebra looks at me right here. Tools. Binoculars and my GPS. Map tool which uses GPS. I rated this on Gamefly. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool. Try taking some pictures up close. Oh, I can get out of the car. I'm going to stray as far from the car as I humanly can. This rules. Mail, Netflix. Did you have Blockbuster over there? You had like in-person rental stuff, right? You can go and rent stuff for the weekend. That was the rental economy I remember from childhood. You have to try and complete the game before you give it back in on like Sunday afternoon. And that's why games were often harder for American releases, right? Because they knew about this rental market. When I was 22, I was trying to stop playing video games. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. And then when I was 25, I gave up and became addicted again. Don't wander too far, it's dangerous. Look at these. A zebra wouldn't kill me, though. I'm asking about real life, just to be clear. How dangerous could this really be? Look at the zebras. Blockbuster was American first. Blockbuster had a Pokemon Snap thing, didn't it? Because now giraffes are dangerous, as I understand it. Giraffes really will batter you. Like a giraffe could kill you without even knowing it's killed you, without even caring. They're waggling. It's all down to like how my photos get evaluated. Like what I liked about Professor Oak, even though his judgments sometimes were insane, he was evaluating your pictures based on some like pretty clear criteria. The Pokemon has to be looking down the camera, be centered in the frame, and be doing something interesting. I do think the graphics feel good in some ways. I think in some ways these graphics rule. But I do see what you mean. Oh my god, I am in danger. If I get killed, then oh my god. See, if this was real life, I'd be having a heart attack. I'd genuinely be throwing up. I'd be doubled up. That's crazy. All right. I think I've used up most of my film. They must allow you to be killed. I think I mentioned this somewhere, but there's a fishing game that we considered for Fishmas, and may still consider for Fishmas, where you're fishing, but there's also wild animals, and they can kill you while you're fishing. And I think that's such a funny idea. Now, a hippo would kill you. I'd love to be killed by a hippo. Have you seen when hippos eat a watermelon? And they just apply pressure like one of those pneumatic presses until the watermelon explodes. I like the 2D mountain in the background. Hippos laugh? Do all mammals laugh? Snakes don't laugh, do they? Like reptiles don't laugh, mammals laugh. That's one of the distinctions. Can cats laugh? I think they laugh differently, but yeah, they do laugh. I think they laugh with their eyes. Seagulls laugh? I'm not sure on that. I think seagulls are closer to reptiles than mammals, aren't they? They're like more closely related to snakes. Sometimes you do just be saying shit on the internet, huh? What do you mean? Isn't that the medium we're operating under? Isn't that this medium? Listen, I don't really have any shame in that department. Remember the last stream I did where people had to tell me that women have foot fetishes? People had to explain to me from first principles what a lesbian is? I don't mind. I'm just here to learn. How was today's safari? I had a good time. Many types of animals live in the area. Good luck tomorrow too. Martine, if there's one thing, I'm very, very lenient. But if there's one thing I don't like, it's a snitch. No one needs to snitch about me to Albert, okay? Not a good look for anyone. No, we don't need a snitch in here. I don't know my American geography. I'll hold my hands up to it. I don't even know my geography of... I don't even know my way around... Well, anywhere, really. No, it is snitching. It is snitching. Okay, imagine we're in school, right? And I'm being naughty somewhere, and you say to the teacher, "Oh, Sean's being naughty," and Martine goes, "Oh, it's not snitching because the teacher could have looked over there if they wanted to." Buddy, that is definitionally snitching. That's snitching. The rules around snitching aren't vague. You're the teacher, that I'm not the teacher. Listen, okay, it's a hierarchy, okay? You know when you're in school and you realise your teacher has a head of department and the head of department has the head teacher? Yeah, in a sense I'm the teacher, but Albrot's my teacher. You can't dob me into the head of department. I'll lose my fucking job. It's not naughty. It's not naughty to be ignorant. It's a disability. Not knowing stuff is a disability. I'm trying to know more things. It just doesn't happen for me. I've pushed it all out with Mandarin characters. Albrot is my line manager. He's my direct rival. He's running the rival annual song contest. And he keeps winning mine. He keeps winning mine and I'm too scared to enter his. He's got power over me. I'm too scared to sing. And he just keeps entering mine and winning every year. Do you know how psychologically damaging that is? Oh, man. I want to buy a better camera, I think, or at least know how I would buy it. Is Sean Albrot's Wario? I don't think I'm the Wario. I think we're each other's Wario. You have to remember, for Wario, they never show you this, but for Wario, Mario's just a fucked up little guy, you know? Wario experiences it the other way around. Like, Mario's mad, you know? And then Mario has his own, like, Waluigi Wario, who's like Mario but a coward, and it doesn't make any sense to him. How do I buy better cameras? Do I use my little laptop? Purchase equipment? Hell yeah, buddy. I'm going to sell. Yeah, okay. Here's my beautiful gallery. My lenses, this doesn't seem as sharp as you'd hope for. This is less sharp than it really was in the game. I guess that's how cameras are, huh? Oh, it is free to get aero. It is. Yeah, here you go. Reply. Oh, my reward is these. I don't know what. Yeah, send a photo. Here you go. You can have this beautiful zebra. There you go. I want 3 grand. Yes, okay. Angle, target, distance, technique. Oh, I'm so good at photographing a zebra. Yes, 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 yes. That's a Topi adult. That's so good. Do you want another photograph? Yes, okay. Well, I got that bird. That's a zebra. That's a giraffe. I got this bird. It's not going to get... What are you on about? A bird is an animal? I think you are your own warrior. I definitely was my own Waluigi for a while. Let me tell you. You really need to look after yourself. I think that's possibly the technically best one. Okay, okay. Oh, hang on. What, 3 grand? All right. Well, I think I sort of forgot the mission, and I only photographed. I photographed 2 animals at length rather than trying to get pictures of all of them. Okay, and what would it cost to get a better lens? Oh. You can't buy better camera things? More photo storage? Okay. No, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to learn anything. I guess I'm going to go... Did I just... Okay. Okay, night. Let me have a dream sequence. Dream. Let me dream about having my head squashed by a hippo's jaws. That is 1 month short of 4 years. How do you
This is
feel
1 month
about
short
that?
of 4 years.
The real work starts today. I'll leave the survey log on the bookshelf. You may want to review it from time to time. Okay. Diary. It's my diary. At long last, the Manyanga Conservation Area is Africa's last frontier. Okay. Ranking Vervet Monkey. I think I would have loved this. At the right age, I'd have loved this. And that age is 36. Okay, I'm off. Jambo. Okay. That's hippo territory. I want to take a picture right into a hippo's mouth. Okay. Do I ever get control of the car? Okay, circle button to talk to him. Do we know his name? James, right? You sure? If an animal attacks you, you will lose all photo data in the camera, just like in real life. Hippo, 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 hippo. My aim is to get killed by the hippo. I just need you to know that. I'm gonna get killed by the hippo. Let me out. No, 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 let me out. Stop, 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 stop. Let me out. Let me out of the car. Let me out of the car. Let me out. Let me out of the car. Let me out of the car. I don't... Let me out of the car. Okay, great. I'm going to get killed by a hippo. This has been a lifelong dream of mine. Can I crouch? Is there a crouch button? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I whistled. Let me just get a picture of the hippo before it kills me. Oh, it's a really good picture. It's such a shame the hippo's going to format my SD card. Run! Run! It makes me die just to be scared. It's wallowing. It's Mudang. I'm gonna take a picture and then I'm gonna run. Oh, that's such a good picture. Take it. Take the picture. Oops, I keep forgetting the buttons. Take the... No, don't put me in a cutscene. Give me a chance. Give me a chance to run. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Okay. That's not fun at all. So, what canonically happened? Why is your head wobbling? All right, I'm off. I could have got a picture there as well. I could have got a £6,000 worth of picture. Jambo. Oh, monkey spotted. What are these, lemurs? No, let me out. I want the lemur. I want the lemur. I think it's crashed. I think we're crashed. Look at that. No, it's for the best, isn't it, really? It's for the best. It's the PS3. It was too cutting edge, really. Yeah, Afrashant. Well, I've got no choice but to hard out from it. I've got a hard out. Sorry. What else have I got? What else is around here? Oh, do you know what we should? We'll end on a little bit of... Listen, let me know if this would drive you mad, but shall we end on some Mark Dolan? shall we just close up on some Mark Dolan? We didn't finish his comedy routine from last time. Was it Mark Dolan at Comedy Unleashed, was it? Harry, you'd love Mark. I think you'd find Mark Dolan very interesting. Let's see. Mark Dolan. Hang on, let's go see his YouTube short. Browser audio. Send that to YouTube. Send this browser capture also to YouTube. Let's just see what his YouTube short
The
is.
latest outrage, which I'm told is a new low for the couple in their relationship, relates to Meghan's wild decision to launch $64 candles, which use Archie and Lily as the main selling point. You heard me right. It takes a lot to shock me. I've been around the block a few times.
I've been around the block. He's the way he just tries to inject a bit of energy into how he talks is really interesting.
Not to shock me. I've been around the block a few times. I've got a few miles on the clock, and it takes a lot to surprise me, and my jaw fell to the floor. I spat out my tea when I saw that Meghan has launched candles. $64 candles.
There's just something about it feels like a parody, you know? It just seems like he's parodying something. But loads of I've seen everything in the world, but she's used the idea of her children while selling candles that are above the market rate for candles.
Who's got that money in a cost of living crisis? $64 candles, which use Archie and Lily as the main selling point. I couldn't believe it. Even I didn't think that Meghan could be that shameless. Even I didn't think that she could sink that low. Maybe I didn't love you. So, this is the bottom line. The Duchess of Sussex has introduced a Mother's Day collection for her crumbling as ever brand. And it's going to launch on April the 22nd, featuring two $64 signature candles.
Should we go looking for them? Meghan Markle 64 candles. Let's go look at them. Meghan Markle candle ridiculed. Meghan Markle debuts $64 candle. Okay, but how do I buy the candle? It's on As Ever. I want to buy the candles. Everything is quite expensive. Candles. Can I search? Yes, search. Candle. Here we go. $64 candle. Amber water lily and santal come together in this gorgeous scent. Okay, so our job here is to work out where the children come in the marketing. Amber water lily and santal come together in this gorgeous scent that evokes the feeling of a breathtaking summer's day. This can't be the candle because there's nothing to do with her kids anywhere. Oh, there's loads of candles. All of her candles are $64. None of them are children flavored though. It says Lily. Yeah, water lily. Is her child named Water Lily? The thing Mark Dolan maybe doesn't know is there's actually like a plant called Lily that has a scent. It's a weird one, right? Because I think Mark Dolan's mad, but I don't want to put myself in a position where I act like I'm in any way emotionally invested in defending Meghan Markle or William or Harry. I'm not particularly interested in any of that. Yeah, the kids are named Candle and $64. So it's sort of unavoidable. Seemed like a good synergy. Mark Dolan, Comedy Unleashed. Here we go.
And
Here's
he's got
the
like
good
kettle
stuff.
chips and homemade
Here we
guacamole.
fucking go. Let's
Drugs,
go.
obviously. It's lovely, isn't it? But I got that thing with Richard's always a cunt. Why is that? It's always like the mum's like, when mum has the baby and she's like, I'm afraid it's a cunt, I'll have to call it Richard. It's the rule of the world. Lovely to see you, Andy. I to be honest,
You should know we were having a very full stream that had a lot of stuff in it and it was nice. It wasn't toxic. You've just come at a bad time.
With you, I will be honest, right? I'm convinced I was supposed to be gay. Look at me, for God's sakes. My body is what I would describe as gay ready. Do you know what I mean? I feel the hardware shipped gay. I just feel, you know what I mean? Built for penetration is what I'm... You know what I mean? Okay, Andy's sagely nodding his head. No, I really mean it. I just think that occasionally, like everyone, right? I'm insecure about my appearance, but occasionally...
Our is a good point. Let's focus on the response. Sometimes it feels unfair to judge comedy based on the response. Sometimes good stuff gets nothing. Sometimes bad stuff gets a lot. But it's funny in a room like this where you're trying to be like outrageous. Firstly, is he being outrageous? Is this particularly outrageous? I don't like it. But it doesn't feel like anything that people wouldn't have seen else. You know what I mean? Like, people would have heard this in a comedy club in the 1980s, and here we are 40 years on, and here it still is.
I mean? Okay, Andy's sagely nodding his head. No, I really mean it. I just think that occasionally, like everyone, right? I'm insecure about my appearance, but occasionally...
He's got notes on the back of his hand.
A glimpse. God's sakes. My body is what I would describe as gay ready. Do you know what I mean? I feel the...
This guy here is losing it. This guy here is losing his mind.
Hardware shipped gay. I just feel, you know what I mean? Built for penetration is what I'm...
And now he's gone. Now he's left the atmosphere. He's in orbit.
You know what I mean? Okay, Andy's sagely nodding his head.
That's so good. I like his Cheshire Cat smile thing he does. I like that he's like quite self-assured in what he's doing. And so he'll sort of smile through the reactions that don't quite come.
No, I really mean it. I just think that occasionally, like everyone, right? I'm insecure about my appearance, but occasionally I'll catch a glimpse of my naked body in the mirror and think, what a waste. Right? Well, we don't have to waste it, Andy, is all I'm saying. Now, Andy, is this your lovely other half? It's your wife. That's very good. What's your name, darling? Marilyn. Let's give it up for Andy and Marilyn.
Let's give it up for Andy and Marilyn, everyone.
Whose marriage is a sham, ladies and gentlemen. You realise you're his beard, even though he's got a beard. That's ironic, isn't it? That's lovely. And how long have you guys been married? Marilyn doesn't know. She's so mentally scarred.
Why is he penetrating? I guess because he's skinny. Because he's skinny. That's kind of a gay look. That's all he's getting at. I know you can end up waiting the whole way through and be like, okay, he's building to something. He's got the premise. What's the payoff? No, it's just like, I'm skinny, aren't I? With a bit of like gay othering thrown in.
What?
Well, he can't be a twink because he's like old. But he's just skinny, that's it. And he sort of dresses to it. He dresses like he's trying to transition from being in an indie band to reading out the news. And to be honest, that's not that far from his career.
Sitting at home with all those copies of Attitude magazine sitting around. Liza Minnelli sings hits from the musicals on CD.
One thing you can say about him is he doesn't enjoy doing this. One thing I feel really assured of is he doesn't like being up here. He doesn't like saying any of this. He doesn't really enjoy this. He's not really... I don't know what he's in it for, really. Can he enjoy things? Yeah, like... You know, he's a human being. I'm sorry to act like I'm a bleeding heart here, but he's a human being. If you give him a fruit pastel, he can have a munch on it and get something from it. I think he just wants to... he's not doing comedy like around the place. He's doing it at Comedy Unleashed, I think, because there's a certain cultural cachet amongst the right-wing grifters for having shown your face here. It isn't. I haven't actually seen such a well-filmed thing at Comedy Unleashed. I've mainly seen it so focused on the act. I didn't realize how old the average audience member is. Like, everyone on the front row is bald. Like, it's a really old guys club. It's like older than any comedy club I've been in for years. And yet, he's still younger than them.
So there's so much division about everything.
Yeah, Lambda, this is what's so... It would be more convenient for the right, especially the right who like to say, like, comedy's censorious now, comedy's not funny, left-wing sentiment has driven out joy and mirth from comedy. Because sadly for them, someone has carved out a right-wing comedy space, and it's like, okay, based on what you claim to want, here's a space where you can say whatever it is you want. Oh, it's this, is it? Wouldn't it be mad if you were gay? Wouldn't it be mad if I was gay? Wouldn't it be mad if he was gay? Is this your wife? Well, can't really be because you're gay. Is that what's all he's done, right? That's all we've had. Can you imagine gay? That's gay. I'm gay. That's gay. He hasn't really moved on from it, has he? It's just been like gay, 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 gay. So, I mean, maybe he is wasted.
The trans stuff.
Yikes! Can you imagine someone, ladies and gentlemen? Can you imagine if I was gay? While I've been around, I've seen it all. There's a lot of miles on my clock. But I thought, wouldn't it be mad if I was gay? Yikes! Oh, is he going to say trans? All right, he'll be now we're doing London. Can't say anything anymore.
Nelly sings hits from the musicals on CD. So there's so much division about even the trans stuff.
Sorry, like, you can't even... There's so much division about it with the trans stuff. What? He's not even enunciating. Let's slow that right down. Let's get that nice. Like, let's say we're a transcriptionist, we're a court stenographer. Let's get that playback speed down.
So there's so much division about even the trans stuff.
There's so much division about the trans stuff. There's so much division about trans stuff.
There's so much division about even the trans stuff.
There's so much division about everything trans stuff. There's so much division about everything trans stuff.
So there's so much division about even the trans stuff.
Can I just say it at the same time as him?
So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. So there's so much division about everything trans stuff. Have we got any trans folk in?
Oh, man. Nah, we'll call it here. We'll call it here. Great stream, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll watch the next minute of this next time. Oh man, no, we'll watch it next time. We'll watch it next. I'm going to plan on eking this set out for Mum. Every 3 sentences will give me so much joy. Oh, all right. I laughed myself a bit loopy there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all soon. Back on Friday for more craft. Please tell the skeletons in your life. I don't think any of you live nearby, but I'm going to be in Brighton weekend after next. I'm going to be doing Back Channel, but I'm also going to be appearing in Late Night with Terry Wogan. Tell me if you think this would work, but I'm supposed to be a special celebrity guest, and I'm going to see if I can cut a hole through a pair of pink marigolds that I can fit my face around and go as West Streeting. So I'll be doubling up that night. I'm going to be in Droitwich Spa the weekend afterwards. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Maybe see some of you around. I'll also be in Midlands Child Syndrome as well, where I'll be doing some new stuff in that showcase. And I might have another preview in London to announce soon. If it should be confirmed by next week. I'll know more. Sorry in advance for your mum. I don't mind. I love tricky customers. All right, everyone, be well, be nice. See you later. Best of luck with all your More Vision entries. Can I please say to Grugra Smith and Becca Bix and anyone else who this applies to, if you made anything for Coverfest, I really want to hear it. I haven't been able to listen to it since Coverfest. And I don't want to scrub through the VOD. So please send them to me, I guess, because I want to listen again. All right, goodbye, everyone. Be well. I'm off. Good night. What's the other one? Goodbye. Lib larp larp.
Lib larp larp.
Why are you saying lib?
Lib larp lub.
Lib larp lub.
Lib larp lub.
But what's lub? What's lib?
What's lub?
LARP, live action roleplay.
LARPing. Ha 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 ha.
Look out. What do we got? We have penile cancer.
Great start.
Probably. I'm not even gonna read the others.
Is there a point?
There are things you can do that will make a strong material different. Unfortunately, they're all illegal. But you can do them. I'm just not at liberty to talk about them. But if enough of them do them at once, there's not enough cops on the planet that could stop us. But we need to talk about it in code until we're all ready. We need to talk about it in veiled signifiers until we're all ready and someone goes, go, and then we'll do it. And there's no way they could stop all of it.